3, 2, 1.
Good evening. Welcome to SCCAP's 2021 Virtual Winter Celebration and Auction. My name is Tanya Mincy, and I am the program coordinator for the Adams County Support Circles Initiative. I also chair the Martin Luther King Adams County Career Aid Project. I cannot believe it's time for this wonderful event, and I'm so excited. And we can't wait to share with you guys what's been happening around here at SCCAP.
Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm John Raber. I coordinate the Circles Initiative here at SCCAP in Franklin County and do outreach for the organization. And like Tanya, I'm super excited. So excited for tonight. It's been fun watching as I see people come on. So many familiar faces, some new faces. I'm gonna have to hide the chat here because I'm gonna want to talk to all of you. But yeah, Tanya and I, we're going to be your MCs for tonight's celebration. And we do encourage you, share in the chat if you'd like. We'd love to hear from you as well. Go ahead and put in the chat your name, where you're from, what community you're part of, perhaps how you've connected to SCCAP, that sort of thing. But, you know, through a difficult year, SCCAP is still here, working tirelessly to ensure our communities have necessary resources to get through this pandemic. And in spite of such a difficult time, such a tough season, we have a lot to celebrate. The generosity, you know, yeah, we have divisions and ugliness that's going on as well, but man, we get to see the amazing ways the community has really come together to see intentional generosity. And that's just really cool. We want to celebrate that tonight. We want to celebrate the work that's going on here at SCCAP. Not only have people been really generous throughout 2020, but already for tonight, the generosity has been flowing to keep this work going. Last I checked, I think we've reached about 65% of our goal of $20,000 in donations, and that continues to rise. Just so many people have been generous in their bidding for the auction. That can continue to take place. The bidding is open till 8 p.m. So many good, valuable items to check out. The donations just keep coming. So let's see if we can reach that goal, $20,000 by the end of the night. And see what kind of impact we can have here. But yeah, exciting to see a lot of familiar faces. A lot of you who have participated in the annual banquets in the past. You know, here in this new format, we're glad to have you still joining us. For those of you that are newer to SCCAP, we work to empower families as we engage the community to really pursue innovative and effective solutions to break the cycle of poverty. We are all about walking alongside families, our neighbors, who are working to build long-term stability, improving their overall health and well-being. And this year, that has also meant a big shift, right? Responding, including providing an expanded eviction prevention program, helping landlords stay afloat, keeping families impacted by COVID in their homes. Just in the past 6 months alone, this is insane. We've prevented more evictions than we typically would do in 10 years' time.
Yeah, John, what you said, the need has been unreal. But in spite of all, each of our various programs here, our components here at SCCAP, including the Support Circles Initiative, which helps families move from poverty to sustainability, our weatherization program, our WIC program, the Women, Infant, and Children's Nutritional Program, our food pantries, our gleaning projects, all of our programs, childcare assistance, the ELRC, as well as our SCCAP shelters, have all stayed open during the pandemic. I mean, we've had to be very creative. We had to be flexible. We've had to learn to do things a little differently, but in spite of, we have been able to keep our doors open. And that's just been a team effort of what we do here at SCCAP and also what the community and our volunteers and our donors all provide. So we just want to say a big thank you to everyone for your support. John, did you know that our food pantry served over 2,000 new families this year during the pandemic? Amazing, right? And thanks to all the generous donations, no one had to be turned away, not one family. I mean, we were able to, after we exhausted some of the resources we had, folks were just still going out and bringing things in, and we were able to just serve everyone, and that's just a blessing. We're so glad to be able to continue serving our neighbors during this difficult times. You know, the food pantry, the Gleaning Project, and WIC, they've helped families not only to stay healthy, but they've also helped them to stay fed, which is extremely important.
Yeah, amazing, amazing work. And we couldn't do it without all of you. I know a lot of who we serve at the pantries are seniors, our elders, and staff and volunteers have been able to drop off food to seniors who couldn't safely leave their home, or to folks who are quarantining due to having or being exposed to COVID. But yeah, we couldn't do it without all of you, our volunteers, supporters, donors, staff, board members, community partners. It takes all of us to pull this off. Okay, so this is going to be a fairly brief night, but just a few housekeeping items I want to touch on just to get us started. I mentioned this earlier, but if you're just coming on to the meeting now, or if you're a little unfamiliar with Zoom, there's a chat feature typically located at the bottom of your screen. Just click on that chat option on your screen, and we encourage you to use that to share your thoughts about what you're hearing and have fun dialoguing there. Feel free to go ahead and share your name, where you're from, perhaps how you've connected to SCCAP or something you really appreciate about this organization, that kind of stuff.
Also, just remember, guys, that the auction is still on. We encourage you all to bid high and bid often. I mean, we have more than 20 items that are up for grab, and I can guarantee you, because I've been on the site several times, that there is something for everyone. There are gift certificates and restaurants. There are all kind of awesome coupons and things for bed and breakfasts. There's tools, there's kitchen gadgets, and I know some of us get kind of hooked on certain things. There's a lot of gadgets out there for you guys. There's jewelry, and what woman doesn't like a nice piece of jewelry? There's books and fun baskets and just so much stuff. So if I do say so, I've bid on more than a few myself. So try not to overbid me, but do what you got to do, okay? If you haven't gotten your sweetie something for Valentine's Day, there's some great things on there for you to take advantage of so that you can be prepared. Don't be without those gifts on Valentine's Day. And we just want to say thank you to you guys out here. This is a great way to get something special, but it's also making an impact on the community at the same time. So get out there and get your bids on.
And last thing, Tanya, if you want to join us in gallery view, I'm going to hop over to gallery again so I can see everyone that is here with us tonight. But if you know how to select gallery view up in the top right-hand corner of your screen, go ahead and select that so we can all see each other. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. It's so many people I know, which is exciting. So many new people as well. I just want to take a moment, though, to honor just some key people. Those of you may see that are wearing these snowflake pins, just recognizing the SCCAP Board of Directors, our event ambassadors who pulled this together, busy out there inviting family and friends, and the SCCAP celebration committees making tonight possible. Thank you all. So those of you that see people, if you have your cameras on with the snowflake pins, we just want to say thank you to you and honor the way that you've made tonight possible. For the rest of the night, though, for optimal experience of the evening we have planned, you'll want to actually go up here in the right-hand corner and select speaker view instead of gallery view for your Zoom screen. If you click view options in the top right-hand corner and select speaker view, so you always see what presentation is taking place, that'll give you optimal experience for tonight.
All right. Oh, there's some good stuff, John, but let's get this party started.
Yeah, I think
we have so much to share in a rather brief time, so let's just dive in. So I'm thinking that we should start off with a bit of fun. How about we do our first door prize? You know we have 3 to do tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
Sounds good? All right,
yes.
Let me get my basket. Actually, before I get my basket of names, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what awesome things you can potentially win in the door prizes tonight. So in this nice little basket here, we have a large SCCAP t-shirt. People know that you're connected with one of the best organizations in the community when you sport that t-shirt. We also have a CD and a book from our entertainers for tonight, StoweGood. We have a box of fresh baked goodies from Martin's. I have to pick that up later. I only got two hands. From Martin's Famous Potato Roast. We have chocolates. We can start you off with a good Valentine's Day gift for your sweetie. We have chocolates, and who doesn't like chocolates? And last but not least, we have a $100 Amazon card. Awesome stuff, right? Let me show you the Martin's. I can't not show you guys the Martin potato rolls. Goodness gracious. Looky, guys. Yes. Yes.
I'm liking it.
You liking it?
I'm
All right,
liking
well,
it.
I think we should go ahead and pull this first name. Can I get a drum roll, please?
Oh yeah, I got you. Let's see who wins.
All right. Let's see who our winner is. And our first winner for tonight's door prize is Miss Wanda Hutchings. Wanda Hutchings. Woo! Congratulations, Miss Wanda.
Yeah, congrats. That's cool. We like to have fun, and we have two more of those we'll do later tonight, just as a fun little way of thanking all of you who are joining in on this evening. But now it's my honor to introduce someone many of you know, an incredible leader and person in our community, the CEO of SCCAP, Megan Shree. I have had the privilege of working with Megan for the past 11 years, which just blows my mind. Some of you all who remember those years back then are going like, 11 years? It's like, how's this possible? Isn't John just fresh out of college or something? But yeah, I've had the privilege of seeing up close a woman of great integrity, a commitment to serving others, and her distinct ability to listen deeply to people, valuing the input and experience of those in our community who are sleeping in cars or tents in the woods because they have no home, just as much as she values the input and experience of those who are living in mansions. I've learned many things from Megan, but one of which has greatly impacted me is the commitment to sit with the ugly pain, the wrong, and the tragic. We see a lot of painful things here and in this work, things that are oftentimes hidden from view for much of society. And that can bring a lot of emotions and responses, anger, guilt, blame, just disengaging, et cetera, right? And Megan has taught me the value of being able to sit with these difficult realities instead of casting blame on the people who are dealing with these painful situations. And to really use that energy to find resolve and urgency to address the wrongs in our community and to pursue and build real solutions. So I admire, Megan, the way you continue to navigate the many storms and changes that SCCAP has faced over the years. This year, more than ever, demonstrating in the pandemic her ability to think quickly with wisdom as she guides SCCAP to respond well in just a really difficult time. Megan's been at the helm now since May of 2005 here at SCCAP and has really brought an intentional focus to develop innovative community solutions and initiatives to build a more realistic pathway out of poverty in our communities. And lastly, when I think of Megan, I think of the words of a great hero of our nation as he spoke of leadership, the words of Frederick Douglass, who said that the time to see a great captain is not when the wind is fair and the sea is smooth and the man in the cross trees can safely sing out, all is well. At such a time, the small may seem a giant. You must see a captain when the sky is dark, see him in the hour of danger, when the ship is in distress. I give you Megan Shree.
Thanks so much, John. That was really just incredibly kind. And I think it's important to remember that we stand on the shoulders of those who went before us. So shout out to Jean Odom and the many, many people who worked at SCCAP who have done such an amazing job teaching all of us so that we can share with the next generation and pass that on. But thanks for your kind words. To everyone out there, we're so glad to have you tonight. I know a few minutes ago, I noticed there were 5 pages of pictures. Well, some of you didn't have your camera on, but 5 pages of you still was a lot. We're glad to have you join us tonight. We have a lot to fit in a short amount of time. So first, I want to say thank you to our donors, volunteers, and staff, and a special thank you to those who made the celebration possible. Tonight, you will hear us share some stories about SCCAP, hear a little from our Rising Phoenix Award winners. Those are folks who created a new future story for their family, and then they worked really hard to make that happen. Then hear from the premiere of a song created just for SCCAP by Grammy-nominated StoweGood, which is so exciting. I can't wait to hear it. Over the course of the evening, I hope you get a feel of the work we've been doing here at SCCAP over the last year. 2020 was a year like no other, and I know many of us feel that way. From waves of food insecurity to the vast numbers of folks needing help with rent or utilities, the numbers have been staggering. As Tanya said, our food pantries have doubled the number of new people we are serving. Those are folks who may have never come in for assistance before. And our gleaning project collected and distributed more than 500,000 pounds of fresh produce. That's 500,000 pounds. That's amazing. That's more than we have in any other year, and that was during COVID. They also distributed farm to family boxes across our service area, which was amazing. They used the infrastructure that we built to be able to get that fresh produce from the Department of Ag farm to family boxes all through our community. So they rock. Programs like our Women, Infants, and Children's program support more than 6,000 moms, newborns, and young children. And our Early Learning Resource Center provides childcare subsidy for more than 800 children so their parents can work. Our Circles initiatives, which help folks move completely out of poverty, has been meeting virtually, helping families stay engaged and move forward on their journey. In fact, a few of our Circle leaders obtained COVID tracing certification jobs, and they're helping our community and giving back at the same time. At home in Adams County and Franklin Together, our reentry coalition have continued their critical community level work, making our community stronger, and amazing things are happening there. Our weatherization program assisted nearly 400 families in improving their home's energy efficiency, again during COVID, enabling seniors to warmly age in place while reducing their utility costs. Our shelters have remained full as we continue to help homeless families and individuals move off the streets into safe, affordable housing. In fact, as I reflect on our partnership with WellSpan, a young man came to the ER with COVID and he had nowhere to live. He had nowhere to quarantine. So we were able to put our homeless quarantine process in place. We were able to move him to a hotel while he quarantined. And this young man had a serious brain injury when he was a young child in an accident that actually killed his mother. And in the last few years, he's been on the streets or living with others, and it's been really unstable for him. So once we were able to get him into shelter, then we were able to work with him and finally moved him into the shelter in Adams County. And our shelter staff worked with him to overcome barriers. And then they worked with our partner to help him get stably housed just a few weeks ago. And I remember he called me the night he moved in and he started the conversation with, "Guess where I am?" It was so poignant because it was about 4 months earlier when we first met, and I said, we'll get there. I just need you to be patient as we work on this process. And he was so excited to be home and stable in a place that's his. As the needs for rental assistance increased to staggering numbers, we reorganized our staffing here at SCCAP and created a new department called Relief and Resources. As John was saying, in any typical year, SCCAP spends about $75,000 in rental assistance, so less than $100,000. But between July and today, we've spent more than $940,000. That's almost $1 million in rental assistance, and we're just touching the tip of the iceberg. That's more than 11 times the number we serve in a year in just 7 months. This work has helped landlords be whole and meet their mortgage obligations while keeping folks in their homes. This crisis has impacted families across our community, from single moms who've been working 2 jobs to make ends meet to 2-parent families with 2 working adults, many of whom have lost their job or had hours cut. The sense of relief folks have is real. That's why we call it Relief and Resources. The number of folks that have cried when we've been able to tell them that we could help them. The Davis family, a typical middle-class family with 3 kids who suffered the loss of 50% of their household income due to COVID, they fell behind in their rent more than $4,000. We were able to help them get caught up And when we checked in to see how they were doing, they emailed back and said, "We're doing great, thanks to you. Thank you for everything you've done. I'm not sure you know how much you've changed our lives, keeping our children in their home." That's the goal, helping local families, and you, all of you out there, enable us to do that. In all of these cases, we've changed the way we do our work, making it safe for clients and staff. Staff across all programs have responded and lived our values like never before. That's what we do. We adapt to meet the needs of local families, but we couldn't do that without you. Your support is what makes it possible. And we're incredibly grateful that you have enabled us to keep people housed and fed during COVID. No one's been turned away. And as we move out of this crisis stage of this pandemic, our work will shift to helping folks get back on their feet. Again, we couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much for your support. We deeply, deeply appreciate each of you. I hope you enjoy this evening, our Phoenix Award winner stories, the beautiful song from StoweGood coming up at the end of the night. Thank you again for helping us make sure no local family is left back behind. Now back to Tanya.
Thank you so much, Megan. You know, I just want to say that when you work for an organization that offers the type of resources that we do, you have to often wonder how they operate the way that they do, whether they do it good or whether they do it not so good. And I just want to just give Megan all the kudos that she deserves, because it starts with the head, and we have an amazing leader. She is, you know, not only implementing that we follow the guidelines and the rules of what we need to provide services for our families, but she always encourages and lets us know that it's about showing the empathy and the compassion towards people and treating people like human beings. I mean, people are not treated like a number when they come through our doors. And sometimes they feel so comfortable, they keep coming back even when they don't have a need. And that's okay with us. That's what we like. We like to hear their stories. We like to know that we were able to, you know, help them, even if we couldn't help them with the initial thing that they came through the door for. We take the time and we listen and we hear them out. And then Megan also, she supplies us. She definitely has an open door that we as employees can always go to her. And if we're not having a good day, you know, we can go and say, hey, I'm kind of struggling with this. I'm kind of struggling with that, if it's pertaining to a client or even if it's our own personal needs. So just want to thank you for being an awesome leader, Megan. In a year full of such difficulties, I can say that there has been so much good that has been done. And I feel so fortunate to live in a community that cares about each other and does so much amazing things to help one another. And I just wanted to say to each and every one of us, let's try our best to keep up the good work. And now we have a special message to share with you guys from our Grammy-nominated hit songwriters and our musical entertainers for this evening, StoweGood.
Hi, beautiful people. I'm Stowe Daly.
And I'm Karen Taylor Good.
Together, we are StoweGood. And we're coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee.
And we are very happy to be part of SCCAP's virtual winter celebration and auction.
Yes, we are. And we invite you to stick around to the end,
Because we wrote a special song
just for you.
All right. I'm excited to hear this song. It's going to be StoweGood, Tanya.
Oh my goodness, John. That was a good one. I see you've been working on your dad jokes.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I couldn't resist. But we heard their music through the PowerPoint as we were coming on, and it's great. And I'm excited to have them and the song that they wrote for SCCAP. Okay, now I am excited about this. We want to share now the highlight of our night, really. It's the part of this event that I have been most looking forward to. Each year, SCCAP honors incredible individuals or families who, against all odds, have achieved great things. Moving from the instability of poverty to a bright new future for themselves and their families. And tonight, I'm excited, we're going to get to hear from two amazing people who are recipients of the Rising Phoenix Award. This year, Wilson College, along with the Wilson College Student Government Association, is serving as our Rising Phoenix Award sponsor, and we're so grateful for that. So here is a message from the president of Wilson College, Wes Fugate.
Hello, and welcome to SCCAP's virtual winter celebration. I hope you are enjoying this innovative event just as much as I am. My name is Wes Fugit, and I have the distinct honor of serving as Wilson College's 20th president. It's been a crazy first year on the job, to say the least. But like Wilson, I know SCCAP and you are working to thrive in this unusual time we are all living in. Speaking of thriving, Wilson College, along with the Wilson College Student Government Association, is thrilled to sponsor and support this year's 2 Rising Phoenix Awards. We are partial to Phoenix, which happens to be our mascot. But more importantly, these awards recognize amazing individuals who are rising above challenges and breaking the cycle of poverty. Wilson is all about overcoming challenges. In fact, doing so is a large part of our 151-year history. We believe everyone in our community deserves access to an affordable education, and we find ways to help our students do just that. At Wilson, we welcome diversity of opinion and life experiences. Just like SCCAP, we want to help all of our students find their voice and make our community a better place to live. Thank you to SCCAP for all you do to empower families, engage our community, and end poverty. And congratulations to this year's Rising Phoenix Award winners. You are truly an inspiration to us all.
Yes. Thank you, Wilson, for your partnership and for honoring the hard work of these 2 families. Just a little background for you all. There's a statewide self-sufficiency award, and we've been so proud at SCCAP over the past 6 or 7 years, I think it is, Megan. Each year, we have always seen SCCAP families receiving that award. But they only give out 16 or 20 of those awards each year for the entire state. And we've also known that there are many more local SCCAP families that also need to be celebrated and honored. So several years ago, we established the Rising Phoenix Award. Those of you who've been able to join us at the annual banquets know that this is oftentimes the best moment of the night as we get to hear directly from people that are incredibly inspiring. Some of you have to bear with me when my eyes start to leak, but just powerful things that people are accomplishing. You know, change doesn't just happen, right? I mean, first, families need to have time and space to regain hope and see that life can be different, to get past what the crisis of today looks like, and have the time and space to create a new future story. In fact, when we first talked to families about this award and what we should call it, at first they said that we should call it the Gladiator Award because it's such a fight, and that would represent that. In the end, though, they decided we should call this award the Rising Phoenix. It takes work and commitment to rise from the ashes and the struggle of poverty. And so our first 2021 Rising Phoenix Award recipient, Camille and Frank. I can't be starting like this already. Sorry.
It's okay, Daddy. It's okay.
I've known Camille and Frank for a long time now, for 10 years. And whew, usually I think it's the audience that gets me, but you're all not even here and I'm getting it. I've seen them tackle one difficult thing after another, and I so greatly appreciate you both. You are creative, incredibly smart at navigating thrifty living. Camille, the coupon queen, right? The deals this lady finds and shares with the rest of the group, myself included, are incredible. We love her at Circles because of this. But both of you are so hardworking, gifted in your own ways. You guys make such a great team. At Circles, we do something called New and Good, where each week when we meet, we share something new and good in our life, because sometimes it's really hard to see that when things are falling apart all around us, and yet it's so important. And I can remember one time, Frank, you coming in, and he couldn't even wait for us to get to New and Good. We were all eating dinner still, and Frank comes in and yells over the noise of dinner. He said, "Everybody, shut up!" You know, and I'm going like, what's going on? And Frank comes and yells, "Everybody, get quiet!" and announces after I think was it 5 years, Frank, of working long hours
Okay.
dedicated at day labor, finally hired on by the actual company instead of through the temp agency. Frank, you've taught me many things. You've given me insight to more deeply understand folks working 60 plus hours a week and still having to ride your bike to work in all sorts of weather, because we as a community still don't have public transportation for you. And I admire you greatly. Camille, I admire you. You know that. And I'm pleased to introduce to the rest of you, Camille, so that I can stop talking and control myself. Camille, thanks for sharing some of your story with us tonight.
My name's Camille Nye West, and my husband is Frank, and we have 2 kids. I work at SCCAP. I work at the food pantry as a pantry assistant. Frank works at Ventura Foods. He does float work and stuff and machine operating. I'm a couponer, so I like to coupon. You know, that's one of my hobbies. And I also like to build Lego. First time that we really dealt with SCCAP was when we were in the homeless shelter. We were in there for 5 months because our landlord sold our old house and we didn't have a place to go. People at the shelter were really supportive to us. We were able to luckily keep our jobs while we were in the homeless shelter. So that he was working through Labor Ready for 3-4 years, doing whatever long-term jobs he could get. I was working at the Franklin Shopper. And that was about the time that we ended up dealing with circles. It gave me a place to focus. I have plenty of time, but I didn't have a place to focus that. So having that was really helpful. And then with allies and mentors, and you learn new skills with things. So that was really helpful. Kind of like a family. So we have a camaraderie that everybody has some shared experiences with the system, and that makes you not feel so much alone. And the universe has a sense of humor, and they throw you curveballs. It might seem like the world is ending and collapsing around me, but 10 years from now, it's going to be completely different. We've been working on my credit. My credit's pretty decent now, and kind of with the way things are with COVID and everything, we're kind of riding it out right now, but we'd kind of like to buy a house in the future once things settle down a bit. It's kind of the next major goal. Receiving this award makes me reflect back to what I've overcome to get here. And, I'm grateful for the people that have helped me along the way.
Congratulations to you, Frank and Camille. We could not be more proud of you. And now I want to introduce to you guys the second Phoenix Award winner, Tammy Hankert. I've known Tammy from the time that she was involved with SCCAP's Work Ready program, which is a program that helps families that have certain barriers, and they help them to gain the skills that they need for employment as well as other resources. Tammy worked with Debbie Little and Kelly Evans, who have helped countless of individuals with a fresh start. When Tammy first came to the Work Ready program, she was actually fleeing domestic violence. She was determined to build a new life for her and her family. We are just so proud of the work that she's been able to achieve. We just appreciate her perseverance. She actually just needed the time and space to create a plan, and then the guidance and appropriate support to make it happen. But no one can take this away from her. Tammy was the one that did the hard work. I mean, she's very persistent. She's artistic. She's very resilient, and she really strives to build hope in others. When you listen to Tammy's story, you will actually hear her heart. And that's one of the benefits of working side by side with families, that sometimes they don't even realize the good that they give to others, even during their struggles. Let's hear the words from Tammy now.
My name is Tammy. I am a married mother of now 4. I work at the Adams County Assistance Office as the clerical supervisor. I did not know how to drive. I did not know, I had no real work experience other than McDonald's. We lived at the shelter for 9 months. It was rough. It was very uncertain. frightening. You know, I had self-taught myself to do many things on the computer and everything else. I just didn't really know that I could use those skills to work. And Debbie really helped me. She was like my mentor. She helped me to realize that, you know, these were skills that could actually help me to do a job elsewhere. Got my first job. I was working at the Days Inn, went over to McDonald's. Then I was hired on at the Adams County Assistant's Office as their LIHEAP clerk. And I actually did that for 5 years. This year, the beginning of this year, they moved me up to clerical supervisor. You know, being at SCCAP helped me to gain a lot of confidence in my own abilities. I know personally, when I was there, they still had the driving program. That's how I learned how to drive, and I got my first car. It just helps people to just get their start going in the right direction. You know, that's something I desperately needed. You know, I had no idea what I was doing, where my life was going. I just knew I was here. I needed help, and I needed to be able to provide for my family. You know, I'm not afraid to tell people where I came from, you know, and what I've been through. Look at me now. There's always hope. There's always something, you know, better, something to look forward to. People that are struggling need that, and they need to know that there's hope. And SCCAP helps to provide that.
There's a place inside of you where nothing is impossible.
Oh, the great things you will do, 'cause nothing is impossible. You were born into this world with everything you need. Hold on to your heart, the magic starts the moment you believe. Nothing is impossible. You were born to shine. When you blow by every obstacle and move like you're unstoppable, nothing is impossible. There's a place inside of you. Those are great things you will do.
Wow. I've got myself together now.
Okay.
Every year, I feel like it's like watch John get up there and can't hold himself together. But it's touching to us for those of us that have that know people, and I think you all can relate to that with you know, things that you've had in your lives. But yeah, against all odds, you've really demonstrated that nothing's impossible. Congratulations to you all, Tammy, Camille, Frank. Thanks for being a beacon of hope for others who are walking a similar journey. You all inspire me, so I really appreciate that. It's not an easy thing to change the trajectory of your life like this. And these are just two examples of the many families that come through our doors. We're simply stepping stones, you know, as we walk alongside of people on their journey. It's such an honor. And this year, because of the difficulties of COVID, we're helping more people than ever on this journey as people are rebuilding their lives and creating a brighter future. And yeah, it's exciting to share this piece with you of tonight.
You know, John, there's nothing wrong with being transparent. I think that's why we make so many connections with the families that we serve. We don't act like we are, above, and we don't judge. We're just very transparent, and it changes us. It changes the way that, we're able to connect with people. And we could not serve as many folks as we do without the help of our community. So to our community, we just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for your support. I mean, many of you have made donations, you've bid on auction items, you've purchased things this evening, and we can't thank you enough, because your donations, again, helps good things to happen. But more importantly, they are an investment in the future of the local families that we serve. So thank you again.
Yeah, which does remind me, the auction is still going on. And I know we don't have a lot of time left tonight, so I want to keep us rolling. But I do have to laugh. I just realized before we got on here for the event that my wife and I have been bidding against each other on the same item. But it's all good. It's for a good cause. This auction is a great way to give to something, to be able to contribute and get something while making an impact. It's a win-win, making this work possible. So keep bidding, bid generously, and thanks to all of our auction item donors, amazing donations in there. And we do have a special message from our auction showcase sponsor.
Hi, I'm Emily Schuett, Director with I360 Property Management. I360 is a property management company serving landlords and tenants in Franklin County. There's a lot of funding going around right now, supporting tenants during the crisis that we're experiencing with COVID. These rents are now being paid. Landlords have security in order to pay their mortgages. I360, on behalf of the landlords in Franklin County, are so happy to support South Central Community Action. And we are grateful for the opportunity to be the auction showcase sponsor.
Wow. Why you have your mask going over there, John? What's going on?
I'm getting myself sorted out over here. Look what I got.
Okay.
I got something over here. Can y'all see this? I don't want to tip it too far.
That is so not fair. That is so not. John, as much as I don't need that in my life,
on the keyboard.
I really need that in my life right now. That is just so unfair. They have to send one over here. They could have let me do that part, and your mouth could have been drooling, but that's okay. Fortunately, this beautiful cake from Brussels Cafe can belong to any one of you out there. Go and bid right now. It is the mystery item number 186. You can go out and bid on it right now, but come right back. We don't want you guys to miss any of the exciting things that we have in this program for you. Or you could actually wait until the end of the program, because it'll still be up for auction up until 8 o'clock tonight when the bids close. Okay. Can you save me a slice?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Enough cake. We're making everybody hungry, Tanya. Okay, so back into our stuff here. Some people, oftentimes you know things at SCCAP that, like, we assist people who are homeless to be able to find permanent housing, providing food to people. People know about things like the Gleaning Project and Circles, because these are, like, community initiatives that so many people and organizations contribute towards. So many of you are volunteers with these things. But some of you may not know about some of the other programs at SCCAP, like weatherization, for example. So I want to share just a second about this program. We work with Department of Energy and utility companies to weatherize and repair homes, improving livability for people. This program serves a significant number of seniors and people who are disabled, enabling them to stay warm in the winter and cooler in the summer. So many of their homes so many of the homes of our lower income neighbors that people have to live in have incredibly drafty and costly utilities. So, when someone approaches us about their utilities being shut off because they haven't been able to pay, it's one thing for us to be able to help catch them up with assistance. But it's truly empowering and life-changing when we're able to actually go out to the home, assess the situation, and weatherize their home so that their living expenses aren't sky high. It's really a win-win. Not only are we able to help the person in need, but we're also improving the housing stock of our community. So just amazing things like this that are taking place at SCCAP. And I want to give a second here for Mark, our weatherization coordinator, to be able to share a few things about the difference this program can make.
One of them I remember was an elderly lady. She had a mobile home and she's just really struggling to just afford to be there. Her family was ready to move her out. She had holes in her floor. It went straight to the belly of the trailer. Cold air coming in. We were able to go in, seal the holes, insulate the house, air seal. She was able to stay in her home, and it was huge. Really hits home to why we have weatherization programs.
Thanks for sharing, Mark. Yeah, the work you're doing is tremendous. It has a lot of purpose.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, think about it, John. That woman was able to stay in her house because of weatherization. I mean, they improved her home and she didn't have to move into a nursing home. And during COVID, you know, that makes it even more crucial.
Yeah, exactly. You know, some people might just think it's about weatherizing a house, but it's really, it's all tied to SCCAP's mission of helping families, improving their life, building relationships, to know how we can best walk alongside of a family, increasing their health and overall well-being. And in this case, it's allowing someone to afford the ability to stay in their home.
I mean, it all works together to help local families. Hey, John, after you showed me that cake, I think we need to do something for our folks out there. You want to do another door prize or two?
Absolutely.
Okay,
you know,
let's
I love door prizes. And let me see here. I got another one of these right here.
Okay.
All right. So let's see who our winner is.
Would you like a drum roll?
Yes, please.
I can give you that.
Actually, I'm gonna pull both because I know we're running short on time here.
Let's do it.
Okay. First off, everybody ready? Is Abby Thrush. Congratulations, Abby. And then I've got one more here.
Congratulations, Abby.
If I can pull these papers out of here. We've got Richard Hartley.
Congratulations, Richard. I wish I had some poppers.
I know, right?
All right, guys, congratulations. Don't forget that our auction is still open until 8 o'clock p.m. tonight. Go bid. But we still have some exciting things left in the program. So if you want to wait until we're done, that would be pretty awesome.
Yes. And I do want to make sure you all know, if you win an auction item or bought an item or won a door prize, you can pick your items up this Saturday between 10 a.m. and 1 o'clock p.m. So if you live in Adams County, your items will be at our Gettysburg office for a drive-by pickup to keep things safe and distance. And if you live in Franklin County, your items will be here at our Chambersburg office for drive-by pickup.
Yeah, and if you guys can't pick up on Saturday, just call your local SCCAP office to make special arrangements to pick your gifts up. I think we can all agree that this year was a year like no other. I mean, through it all, SCCAP never stopped serving our community. And it's not only about the work we do, but it's how we do it. I mean, we really do care about the folks that we serve, and we're proud of our staff. We serve families both in Adams County and Franklin County, and we try to do whatever we can to help meet their needs. We just want to show you guys a little short clip from one of our staff members who works both in Adams and Franklin County. He lives in Adams County, and he talked about a family that he actually helped to get back on their feet. Let's see a clip from Omar.
There was this elderly couple who lived in the community where I live, and they called in asking for utility assistance. Throughout the conversation, she was speaking how she's falling behind in rent. She was also unable to pay most of her bills going forward just because of the amount of medical bills she was getting from her and her husband. They said they were out of food completely. And I was able to work with the pantry. Yeah, I was able to take it on my lunch break because the family lived down the street to me. And that was kind of eye-opening, having someone down the street who needs rental and utility assistance. it was just real to me.
Okay, John, it's my turn. I hope you guys were able to see the compassion and the commitment that Omar showed towards that family. That is something in the SCAP culture. I mean, we get to know the people that we serve, and because of that, they trust us and they share their stories. And in turn, everyone is treated with dignity and respect. I mean, that allows us to work with them more holistically. And it's an honor for me personally to have been working with this organization for over 20 years. I always say that I'm walking in my purpose, and my job is my purpose. It's just a gift in itself to love what you do, love the work that you do. And is kind of, you kind of get this when you work with us, because we generally do love the work we do. We have compassion, and it shows. That wasn't scripted. That's just the way he felt, and that's the way we feel. So thank you guys so much, for everything that you give.
Yeah, we've seen both how staff and volunteers are going over and above and beyond to help folks, from changing the way WIC serves clients to providing extra food in our pantries, and then having staff and volunteers like Omar drop off food to folks who are shut in or quarantining. It's powerful. It's really cool to see. We're proud of that. Like Megan said, living out our values in a deeper way this year. When you invest in SCAP, not only do you help make this work possible, but you invest in treating families with dignity, with respect, with compassion. You invest in building hope for people who oftentimes are hidden from view in our society. We work hard to listen to our community, to engage in mutual learning with those who come through SCAP doors due to difficult and just really painful situations.
Yeah, so true, John. How we do the work is just as important as the work itself.
Yeah. The work here at SCAP and the way staff do it is so key, right? And so I want to give a quick shout out to our board. I flipped over to gallery. I see some of you on tonight. A lot of you are here. Maybe all of you were there. But yeah, leadership really matters, right? We're so proud of all of you and the time that you as board members give to leading in this way and to helping in our community. We really appreciate that. And I want to give one of our board members, an inspiring and committed leader who many of you may know from previous years, Rochelle Plummer, is going to share her thoughts with us tonight. So thank you, Rochelle.
You just witnessed how amazing SCAP is. During our 2019 SCAP banquet, I challenged our community to step outside of their comfort zones and outside of themselves in order to help our neighbors. They aren't strangers, but our friends that we haven't met yet. Last year, in 2020, our nation experienced a deadly pandemic, COVID-19. COVID, unfortunately, has also impacted many of our families in the community. This, on top of typical financial inequalities, are causing some people to struggle like never before. Our community needs our support. The families who are our friends who benefit from SCAP's programs need all of our help. If you haven't already given, now and today is the time. We are asking our community to come together once more to give. Let's make 2021, even in the midst of the pandemic, the most abundant year of donating ever. From all of us here at SCAP, our deepest gratitude for your loyalty and dedication to our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Rochelle. I love your energy. One of our former Rising Phoenix Award winners. Okay, everyone, I hope you're enjoying this celebration so far. Remember, there is a donation button on the auction site. Many of you have already given, and we are truly grateful. Just know that 92% out of every dollar that is given goes directly to supporting and walking side by side with the SCAP families that we serve. We at SCAP have an incredibly low administration cost, and that's so that donations can go directly to help local families. And we're very proud of that,
Yeah, very cool. Okay, time is flying by, Tanya. what an incredible evening it's been being with all of you. We're going to try and wrap this up here. We hope that it's been encouraging and inspiring night for all of you. We just so greatly appreciate each of you for joining us as we celebrate and invest in this good work that's going on at SCCAP. But first, as promised, here is a special treat from StoweGood that they created for SCCAP and for our enjoyment as we wrap things up tonight. So performing from Nashville, StoweGood.
There's a wonderful place in South Central PA where good people help folks in need. The hungry, the homeless, those down on their luck, they get people back on their feet. South Central Community Action Programs, most people know you as SCCAP. You've made a real difference in so many lives because of your great compassion and grace. The world is a better place. The world is a better place. You help write future stories, get people to see what they're worth. You don't seek fame or glory, you're all angels right here on earth. Passionate souls who were put here to serve, you help to keep hope alive. We honor your mission to end poverty and help your communities thrive. Thank you for your most remarkable lives because of your strong devotion and grace. We just gotta tell you, the world is a better place. 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 Sweet SCCAP supporters, staff, and volunteers, thanks for all you do.
That was so beautiful. We just want to say thank you so much to StoweGood. What an honor to have those thoughtful words shared about the work that we do and the people who support this work. We just want to say thank you to StoweGood for that beautiful, beautiful song. As our evening comes to a close, I personally am so thankful for each of you who have joined us tonight. Hearing just a little about what SCCAP has been working on over the last year. And I just want to quickly, I know I just found out that Jean Odom, many of you probably know Jean. She was the director, the director of SCCAP before I became the director. And her daughter has her on watching us. And I don't know if you can highlight Lori. I don't know if you can find Lori.
Can you see me? Hold on. I'm trying to get her. This is the best we can do. She's on a Zoom call, zooming in.
Oh,
can you see her?
Jean, we love you.
I just wanted to say we love you, Jean, and we stand on your shoulders. You taught us how to do this.
I know. Thank you. Oh, that's
nice. Mom, that's Megan, and that's everybody at SCCAP. Can you guys see her?
Hi, Jean. Yeah, we can see her. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. That was so meaningful.
Sure.
For those of you who don't know, Jean was here for 40 years, and she really, for many of us, she was the one who taught us how to do this work. So that was an incredibly wonderful surprise. So back to, I just want to say I appreciate our community, our partners, as we work together to take care of our friends and neighbors. And to each one of you who've donated or volunteered or helped us do this work, we couldn't do this work without you. Thank you so very much.
Oh boy, you guys keep doing it. This was an awesome opportunity to share with you guys tonight. And Lori, thank you again for sharing Jean with us. We love her so much. This is a reminder to you guys that the auction closes at 8:00 p.m. this evening. There's still time to bid. And just thank you all so much for an incredible evening and for joining us as we celebrate the work that we do here. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for investing in SCCAP, in our community, as we help local families who are working hard to improve their lives. I think it looks like we're at just about 3,000 short just to hit our goal. We're so close. Very just amazing how generous you all have been. Big or small gifts together, it adds up to make just such a great impact. So have a great night, everybody, and thank you so much. So good to see the many faces, friends. What a wonderful way to spend tonight together.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Go big. Go big.
God bless.